Hi everyone, welcome to Timeout Tuesday on the 23rd of December. This is my second effort at recording this. The first one I didn't have sound, so I'm just going to do a recap of what I did in the first one. But yeah, we're up to days 11 and 12 of the 12 days of Christmas, of crafting Advent calendar that SU released this year. So let me show you. So what we got. So we've done the first 10 days, and I'm just going to pull that down and show you what was a day 11. This was, I'll just give you this piece of paper here. This was day 11, glitter glue. Now, I haven't used glitter glue in a long time, except with the grandkids when we've been doing stuff, making decorations and all that sort of thing. So it was quite a challenge for me, but I decided that I would get some of my old stencils out. Now, if you're like me, you will have dozens of your stencils that you probably haven't used half of. So these are some of the ones that I had. I've used that one. There's a brick one here. There is this one, which I'll show you. And this one. This is the one that I used today. Okay, so basically what I did was, let's move those out of the way. I got a piece of white cardstock and I put it down underneath this. I'm not going to set this down on top of it because it went that way anyway. And then I just used a palette knife. Let's move that down a little bit so that you get a better view. Palette knife, and I squeezed out the glue, glitter glue, and then I did that and then lifted this off carefully and ended up with this. Okay, I'll show you what I did with this. Got a circle here, and this is another one. It's like a mandala. I think that's how you pronounce it. I don't know how much glitter glue I've left, but let's quickly do this one. Just going to do the center of this one. Oh, look, there's enough in there for this, for what I want to do. So I've got a circle here that I'd pre-cut out, and I'm just going to just show you what I did with my palette knife. You can see, very, very simple. I think that might do. And then I'll just lift that off, and you're left with this very sweet circle, and one wet stencil, which you should wash off as soon as you can. So that's what I've got now. It's very wet at the moment, but I could use that in the center of something. If I wanted to pop it over there out of the way, and I'll take that away now that I've done that. Right, I want to show you, this is one that I'd done the other day with one of the stencils, and I haven't used it yet, but you know, I can see, yeah, that being used soon. Okay, so that's one that I've done but not used. So another one I did was, this was the snowflake one. So basically what I did was I had my cardstock, done 2 cards here with it, and I just put the gold on the white cardstock, let it dry, and then I cut it diagonally and placed it on a white base with a gold strip. You can see that, and embossed peace and earth in the bottom and put some flower accents on it. Very, very simple card, just all in white. So that's card 1 that I did. Just going to go through this very quickly. Card number 2, I wanted to use the same stencil, but this time I've used my blending brushes on the back. So I used, you can see, these are all actually, this is out of the same piece of paper, but depending on where you cut it as to the colors you get. So in this one, I've got a little bit more Pool Party, a bit of Azure Afternoon and Balmy Blue. This one you can see there's more Azure Afternoon in it. It's hard to say which one I like. And then I just had a piece of white cardstock and I just blended it like this. Okay, so then I cut it down to size and I put it on this embossing folder. It's the words one, Christmas words, and just stuck it onto Night of Navy. You can see that they're both slightly different sizes, and did Happy Christmas in gold on top of this piece, and used one of our tie what do you call them, these punches, that not that one but another one that had a scalloped edge on it, but you could use even just a scallop on the edge, and did that and put a little bit of gold twine behind it, added a flower accent. So that was card number 2. Going through these very quickly. Card number 3. This is the lovely floral, isn't it? Isn't that what we call it? I have it here somewhere. I can't find it at the moment. There it is. No, that's not it. It's on the table somewhere. I think, like here. Lovely. It's in the annual catalogue, just in case you're wondering. Layers of Beauty decorative masks. And basically there are 5 masks, I think, in this one. And it's a bit like the stencils that we got in some of the days. So basically I used Pretty in Pink and Granny Apple Green in this. And when I came to the very last stencil, instead of using Granny Apple Green again, I used the gold paste, gold glitter glue, and let it dry. I love the effect that it has. Now you can't see it when it's being done like that, but if I can get it in the light properly, you can probably see the shimmer on the leaves. Yep, you see the shimmer on the leaves. Yep. And I use Granny Apple Green and Garden Green, and use one of the sentiments from the stamp set with the 12 Days of Christmas. So, and I just added, if there's any extra gold, I just put a tiny little bit on the roses, but you can hardly see that from where you are. Then I found some old pearls that were perfect on this, and you just finished it off. So those were my day 11 cards. Okay, day 11. Now day 12. So I've finished with this. You can see it's pretty empty now. Day 12 was some embossed white cardstock and some die cuts. So here we go. These are the embossed white cardstock, so it's small ones. And here's one that's sitting out already. So it's embossed on this side and it's raised. So this is the pattern, I think, that was in the DSP on day 2 or day 3. You can just probably just see it, the lights affecting it. And then there were some daisies as well. And then there were these beautiful die cuts, flowers, wreaths, circles, leaves, and so on. So let me show you how I use those. The first one I did, I got the backing and I used, I think it was Balmy Blue and Night of Navy. And I just lightly blended the top. Gave it a little bit of Night of Navy just to tone it in. And then I used the Night of Navy base on it, which I embossed with the, I can't remember the name of that, but it's one of the online embossing, new online embossing folders. I used one of the wreaths and put that on with just a little bit of multi-purpose glue. Stamped Healing Hugs from the stamp set, the 12 Days of Christmas stamp set, and added just some gems in the middle of the flowers. And I cut the Healing Hugs out by hand and put that in the middle. So that was the next card for day 12. Okay, now the last one for day 12, I know I'm going through this really quickly, was this one. So this was the other pattern. So this is one of the patterns, this is the other pattern. And what I decided to do was base this on one of the DSPs in day 2. But I used Cloud Cover, Secret Sea, and Darling Duckling and Granny Apple Green. And basically I just used a water brush and covered over the embossed bits. Just let them dry before you use the next one. And it's just a very, very sort of gentle, different style of card. I got a couple of the die cuts, and I colored this one with Granny Apple Green and Darling Duckling, and this one with just the Granny Apple Green. And from memory, I used blends in that. Now, for my sentiment, I used Darling Duckling, but what I actually did was I stamped for someone extra special in Versamark first, and then stamped it on the Darling Duckling, stamped it on the card, put clear embossing powder on top, and then heat embossed it. And you get this sort of shine that comes with this. It's raised up, and it gives a really lovely, lovely look to the card. Now, when I'd done that, I didn't know what I was going to do with this card when I made it, but I thought, oh, why don't I draw all the colors that I've got out of it? So I got a few layers. I got Cloud Cover, Secret Sea, Granny Apple Green, and I put it on a white base, complement this. And then I still wanted to use the Darling Duckling, and I thought it would look good in the sentiment. I didn't know how well it would show up, but I'm really pleased with the way it showed up. And I think because it's embossed, clear embossed as well, it just gives it a little bit of a shine. And then I added some of our twine that we got. I used I don't know if it's Night of Navy or Secret Sea, but it goes perfectly with this, and some of the basic rhinestone jewels on it. So that was my other card for day 12. So just wanted to show you these. I'm sorry, I did demonstrate this one and these two, that one and this one, in the earlier one, but yeah, that's what I've done. So just wanted to show you that you can do all sorts of things, even with things that you weren't expecting to use. So that's day 12, and that was our day 12 gift. So I'll pop it down there. You can just sort of see it. So I hope you enjoy that. I will be putting a little blog up on these, and I hope that you can maybe try some of these effects on your cards. Today, I'm recording this a little early because of Christmas. Today we've got a day of remembrance for the Bondi victims last week. So I've got my dove on. So I decided to keep thinking. I've got my dove on, and as we remember just the terrible tragedy of last Sunday. So yeah, I've just done that, and I hope that you all have a very blessed Christmas, and also that you stay safe over the holidays, especially if you live in the Southern Hemisphere and it's our summer break. We've had really extremely hot weather, and today's very humid as well, which doesn't help. But yeah, it's just been around 40 degrees, 42, 43, and it's been quite exhausting. So I hope to be with you on the 30th of December, where I will just do a wrap up of the year, and I may do something, I'm not sure yet. But and then in January, I will show you the new January-June catalogue. I'll be starting work on that probably this week and next week in the holidays. So anyway, have a safe and blessed Christmas, and I will see you soon. Bye, everyone.